Oh, hello, folks. It's David Stewart back today. I know, but an hour ago cut an edition of the new episode for the Grandpa David Stewart show, and I was just thinking I'm going to do another scene from Roswell today, from the Roswell 1947 play, and it occurred to me that the older children would enjoy this too, because this one, the Roswell 1947 play is really for all ages. Okay, Act 1, Scene 3. Sheriff Pyle. Now remember, he's phoning the Air Force Base about what Mick Russell has put on his desk, all those metallic pieces. Sheriff Pyle says, "Colonel Marshall, this is Sheriff Pyle. Sir, I have some strange metallic material on my desk that you might be interested in. A local rancher just brought a bunch of this stuff in today. He reported that a lot more of this stuff is scattered all over his ranch. I also got a phone call about a possible aircraft crash last night, and I was wondering if there could be a connection between the two incidents." Colonel Marshall: "That's interesting, Sheriff. I'm just checking last night's logbook, but there doesn't appear to be any mention of a possible crashed aircraft. However, our night shift officer told me that he got a few phone calls about seeing some strange lights in the sky last night. I'll tell you what I plan to do. I'm going to send our crashed aircraft specialist, Major Jesse Ventura, out to have a look at this guy's ranch. There's a Cold War going on, and I want to know if the Soviets are flying their aircraft over our base to spy on us. Thank you for the heads up, Sheriff Pyle." Act 2, Scene 1. Narrator: About 30 miles northwest of Corona, New Mexico, an archaeology professor and 4 of his students are out in the desert looking for dinosaur bones. Michael, one of the students: "Professor, some harsh reflecting light is right in my eyes." Professor Stone: "It's probably coming from that silver object embedded in the hill about 50 yards away." Robert, another student: "Can we go see what it is, sir?" Professor Stone: "Of course. It looks like some type of aircraft that's crashed. We need to check if any passengers are injured." Narrator: The professor and his young charges jog out to the hill. Act 2, Scene 1 continued. Chris, another student: "Wow, what a weird-looking aircraft. It's shaped like a triangle." Howard, the other student: "This is getting too creepy for me, man. Let's get out of here." Professor Stone: "Not until we check for injured passengers. Howie, if you ever want to make it as an archaeologist, you can't keep wimping out like this." Howard: "Sorry, sir. I forgot about my civic duty." Professor Stone: "It's okay, son. We all have our weak moments." Michael, student: "Over here, guys. Check out what's on the other side of this craft." Chris: "I don't believe it. There's 2 little men in silver suits just outside the craft." Professor Stone: "I'm not so sure they're human. Look at their unusually large heads and tiny bodies." Howard: "Whatever they are, they're not doing too good right now. I can't get a pulse on either of these guys." Michael: "We probably can't help those 2, but let's see if anyone's still inside the craft." Narrator: Robert pries open the door of the cockpit with a crowbar. When he looks inside, he sees 2 little creatures slumped in their seats. Chris gives one of the strange creatures in the silver suit a shake. Chris: "This little guy's as dead as the 2 outside the spacecraft." Howie: "Not this one, though. His arm is trembling." Robert: "Howie's right. He's still alive, but he's struggling to breathe." Narrator: It isn't long before a fire truck and an ambulance arrive from behind the hill. A firefighter and a paramedic get out of their vehicles. Otis: "You were right, Frank. It's a plane crash, all right." Frank: "Wow, what a mess. Hi, boys. Did you find any survivors?" Professor Stone: "There appears to be only one survivor. Robert and Howie are trying to get him out of the cockpit." Act 2, Scene 2. Chris: Wow, 2 trained professionals to the rescue. Otis. Well, we're not real firefighters and paramedics. We're only volunteers. The mayor is too cheap to hire real professionals. Frank. Don't worry, boys. Otis here is real good with a fire hose. And me, I watch ER on TV all the time. I should also mention that I passed grade 10 biology before I dropped out of high school. Howie. Well, that's good enough credentials for me. Can you guys do anything for the little guy here? He's having a real hard time breathing. Otis. Whoa, this guy's weird. What the heck is he? Professor. I'll give you my professional opinion at a later time. This poor creature requires medical attention immediately. Frank. I'll go get the oxygen tank out of the ambulance. Otis. Frank, while you're there, I put some Jack Daniels in the glove compartment. A shot or 2 might relieve the creature's pain. Narrator. The alien gratefully takes the oxygen mask and starts taking some deep breaths. After the space creature can breathe on his own, Otis and Frank both grab an arm and help him walk to the ambulance. Just as they are opening the door for the alien, a military jeep drives right up to them. A 5-star general gets out of the jeep. General Kane. Hold it right there, boys. Turn your patient over to me. Frank. Sir, this creature needs to see a doctor immediately. Otis and me are going to take him over to the Roswell hospital. General Kane. What? Are you boys hard of hearing? This creature is now the property of the United States Air Force. Professor Stone. Now hold on, General. This poor creature is not your prisoner. It needs immediate medical attention. General King. Is that so? I recognize you. You're that professor I saw on the Discovery Channel last night. You're the old geezer who was out hunting for dinosaur bones. Now listen up, egghead. You and your students didn't see anything unusual out here today. You saw nothing and you heard nothing. In fact, as far as we're concerned, today never happened. If you people tell anyone about the crashed spacecraft or these aliens, they'll be looking for your bones in the desert tomorrow. Do I make myself clear? Okay, that is about as far as we're going to go for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode and tune in again because I'm going to do another episode real soon. I also have the written version on my blogs if you want to check it out. Okay, thank you very much.